Yeah, we don't want to hear it. So I grew up on a cattle ranch, right? Surprising to some of us, maybe. I get that a lot. I grew up on a cattle ranch. From like 5 years old, I was like out there farming, feeding little calves, like riding horses and all the good stuff. I grew up, like, I know the passion for the industry. I kind of still there to this day, my dad does. I love it, you know. And then I branch out. I started getting new experiences, different education, and I started learning about the importance of the environment and how we manage our resources. And I started to get a lot of crap. People saying, well, here's the ag industry, the beef industry specifically, like methane release from cows, like fertilizer runoff is polluting water sources, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on. And denialism to the T. I did not want to hear that crap at all. So, within our groups, we're going to have like 30 seconds, quick conversation about a point in our lives. It doesn't have to be serious, it can be lighthearted, whatever we want, of when we had denialism, or when we have denialism. Good with that? Okay, 30 seconds. Let's get there. Time to meet. Got it.
What are we supposed to be doing?
We were talking about when we experienced denialism.
Oh. I think I've done something or when I'm ashamed of something. Or
okay, so we maybe not all got to share within our groups. That's okay. We'll have plenty of time to get to know our friends. But I'm curious. I'm actually kind of excited for this. What's the point in our life when we had denialism? Sounds kind of like a terminal illness, right? Denialism. Yeah. Anyway, who will share one of those moments? I've already heard from you. Put your hand down. Yeah, what's up?
when you're ashamed of something.
Okay. Do you have a specific example of that?
Like I did something that I shouldn't have done and I'm ashamed of it and I don't want to tell other people about it, so I just deny that it happened.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the question now for all of us is why? Why do we have denial? Why do we want to deny things? I think you started writing a little bit in your answer, but why? Don't think too hard on it. People don't like to be wrong. Yes, I don't want to hear that crap. Like, get it away from me. Like, it's inherent nature. What up? Seriously, like, why would we want to put ourselves in a situation where we have to face the fact that we could be wrong? Like, no thank you. What's up? Yeah, last one right here. Say that again one more time. Oh, that's hate change, right? Worse. So we find ourselves on the polar opposite of where hopefully the ideal mindset would be. Now, we can't just jump to the other side. That would be an extreme change. It doesn't really happen like that. But we can make a slight shift. We're going to talk about what we call the logical opposite of something. So the logical opposite of hot would be
Cold.
No, it's an extreme opposite. The
Frozen.
logical boom! Okay, let's try that again. So the logical opposite of snowing outside would be
Not
hey, so basically what you're doing is you're taking not and throwing it in front of there. So fun fact, if you're interested in taking the L side and you understand extreme and logical opposites, you'll do very well on it. Throw that little tag on here. Tony's not in here, but she took the L side and would do well at that. So if we want to get technical about it, the definition of denialism is running away from the psychological truth. So if we took the logical opposite of running away from the psychological truth, what would that be? Well, yeah, that too, not running away. We don't have to keep throwing out on there, but in our own words, what would that be? Not running away.
Facing
Say that again.
it. Facing it.
Facing it. Yeah. What else?
Accept.
Sorry. Say that again. We're getting there. Yeah. So we had facing it down there. Something more along those lines. So instead of running away from the truth, we're recognizing it. We see it. What else? No wrong answer.
We're making decisions about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do that in this class. Maybe we came in here not understanding a lot of the complexity within some of our global challenges. Maybe we don't know a lot about what's going on in the world. Maybe we don't care. And hopefully, through some of the engagement that we have in this class, the dialogue that we have, we start moving along this continuum to a place where we get to understand and start processing some of the complexity in these challenges a little bit. Now, thinking in the context of this class, let's have a conversation with the person next to us about something that we've begun to process or understand. Run away from it a little bit less. That make sense? Cool. Chat with the person next to us, 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm running away from grading papers.
Me too. Help. Help.
Yeah, so in the context of this class, it's something that you probably process a little bit more power.
Like, it's something that you're addressing, so you're not.
I recycle a lot. It's weird. You guys know what
I wear good clothes a lot more
versus the invisible ones you used to wear?
versus fake clothes. You know what those are.
ABCs?
You're wearing a bunch of fake clothes.
Anything but clothes?
No.
Like you wear a trash can? Floor and traffic can?
Alright, let's wrap up this conversation. Alright, we'll share something that they've seen so far
Fake clothes.
in relation to a lot of classes there. Conversation we just had. The truth that we face, something that we realize, began to process. What did we just talk about? Yeah.
Okay, so right now I'm taking a social justice and diversity class for leadership. So we're talking about like transgender people and like the language around that, kind of inclusive. So recently on Facebook, some might have probably seen some of my friends started a campaign to get free menstrual products on campus. So when I made a Facebook post about that, when I signed the petition, I was trying to think about like how can I be inclusive with my language and not just say females, but also say that people who experience periods, because not only females experience periods, because you can identify as a male but still have periods. So that's something I've been like trying to like rewire.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's again like something that you became knowledgeable of, and then you start an implementation piece of like being knowledgeable of the context that you use your language in. That's cool. What else? Let's take one more. We got two. We'll go here, then here.
One kind of basic one that just everyone does throughout your life is that you die.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, it's like, whoa, what? You have no kind of clue. But then you start getting to an age where you realize, like, yeah, that's part of the natural kind of things.
Yeah, for real. Last one. What's up?
Ever since I'm in this class and like doing the curriculum, I don't always bring a bottle of water every day to class. Now I'm like cutting back on that, using a Brita filter. I never used that before.
Yeah.
And just like reusing bottles or having like the Gatorade kind of bottle that I can refill. And that's something that I'm starting to talk about.
That's really funny. We were talking about like the hurricane and people's like just instinct to go to Walmart and buy 5 cases of bottled water. It drives me insane. Like, what happened to just filling up like one of those igloo coolers with a little spout, or like taking an old milk jug or whatever. Rabbit hole that we don't need to go down. But yes, so in all three of the responses we just heard, we had great examples of something that we acknowledged and began to process, but then we took that a step further. And I don't know if you realized that you did this, or maybe you did, but we started to correct it. So we reached a point of acknowledgement, then took that a step further of correction. Unfortunately, a lot of people, I don't have statistics on this, but in my experience as a 20-something-year-old, a lot of people stop at the point of just acknowledging a process. I mean, we see the problem, but don't take it any further. Why is that? Yeah?
I think that's the easy thing to do. It's the reason why every month there's like an awareness month, but maybe there's not do something about that awareness month. Just like the easy person at the end of the day doesn't feel good about themselves.
Yeah, hard.
Acknowledging something doesn't take time, but actually doing something takes time, and we value time.
I wish we could start like a quote wall in here and just like go through. Did you have something up here? Okay, what do you say?
I think that like it has to do with your like self identity because you only have so much time that you can create change, and so a lot of times I think it's the indecision about which things you choose to change in your life and how you choose to allocate time to those changes. Because you can't every issue that pops up on Facebook, you can't like, hey, let me go jump into something. Like, it's not possible. So how do you allocate time? I think people are frustrated by that.
No, for sure. So like you said something about awareness months. Like there's only 12 months in a year. Like how much awareness can we get? Like no, you make valid points all around though. It's hard. We only have so much time as college students. Like stress levels up to here. Believe me. But it's easy for sure to head this way on the spectrum than that way. With that understanding, let's have a quick conversation about, take 30 seconds, quick conversation about a time in our lives where we chose to go the other way rather than forward when it continues. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. 30 seconds, go for it.
Like run away from it? Yeah.
Once we reach awareness, we revert back into as ignorant behavior, although we're not.
Yeah. Like, you told me about that, but I still didn't want to do anything about it. Do you have a particular time that you want to share?
Peanut butter jars. I don't recycle them because I don't want to clean them.
Same, actually.
I was gonna say, like, for the longest time, I would, like, watch documentaries about animal cruelty and the environment and the benefits of a plant-based diet, but, like, I wouldn't do it. It, like, took me years to, like, finally commit to it. But, like, peanut butter jars are more important.
You want to know what I actually do with them? I put water in them, and I freeze them, and then I give them to my dogs. And then they lick them clean, and then I recycle them.
How big are your peanut butter jars? Can
How big are your dogs?
Sufficient.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think of what
I was thinking about like an invention
I like
that you
having a lot of lights on, too. And I know that's not a good thing.
I yell at my roommates when they do that.
But here's the thing.
All right, cool.
Here's
Let's
the
wrap that up real quick.
If you have those lights off, you could get broken into, and there's going to be more resources used to have police come out there and get stuff fixed. But it's not always just.
After watching the documentary Conspiracy, which is like about the negative effects
I literally said this answer.
stop eating meat and dairy.
How's it going?
Well, actually, I originally started going vegan, but I've since added eggs. So.
Okay, gotcha. That's a little hard change to take. Ice cream stick, 2 more. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just like it's really hard when I'm budget to spend $50 for like more expensive things. So just like trying to like avoid worrying about it.
It's like, no offense to H&M, but your clothes are pretty cheap. So, last one. No? Okay, so when we're given a complex challenge, obviously it's easier to go the other way. Slightly more difficult than the average. Thinking of that in particular, whether it's elementary students, middle school, high school, or even us as college students, when we're given a slightly tougher than the average problem, what do we think an immediate response is? Let's think on that for 30 seconds, not 30 seconds, 10 seconds. What do we think the given response is when we're given a tougher than average problem? What do we got?
Yeah, like often with these big problems, like I can't do anything. What can I do? I'm just a team.
Yeah, for sure. Let me give a little bit more context to this as well. Imagine the setting of a math test. You're getting a slightly tougher than average problem. What do you think the response is. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What else? Yeah, always. What's up?
You might have some like more motivation to solve it.
I hope so. I love the responses that I'm getting. I think these are all very wholesome and like intelligent people. But research shows that that's not what people do.
What?
So, the first thing that people do,
Use
any guesses?
complexity.
I heard it.
Give up.
They cheat. You look at the person next to you like, what are you doing if you've never cheated on the quiz before, right? No, wrong. I never said that. The second thing that people do, especially when they get to sword pack, this one is my favorite. You remember, I don't know if this was just my middle school, but you'd go up to the wall, all the grades are posted at the 290 number, scroll down, you'd see your grade on the side.
I hated that.
What I did, and what a lot of people in the research did, is you look for someone who did worse. So on Canvas, we don't want to know that we were at the bottom of the range. That's like, what? No. We look for someone that did worse, and we cheat. What is wrong with us? We failed to go the right direction on this continuum. And we look for ways to get out of that frame of thinking. And we call this a shortcoming in our ability to realize, kind of what you were talking about, Adam, that our abilities can be developed. So, do you remember what you said in context of the math problem? Yeah, so you're going into it with a sense of confidence. We call this the growth mindset, and I don't hate the word growth, I just think it's one of those overused leadership cruxes, but we're talking about a frame of thinking, not necessarily like, I had such a great experience, and I'm great for it. No, we're talking about a frame of thinking, the type of thinking that we need to be having in order to get to our end goals. So if we're going in with some confidence, if we're understanding that, wait, we might not be at where we need to be yet, but by God, we're going to get there, that's where we want to be. Now, with that in mind, when given a tougher than average solution, a tougher than average problem, we need to approach it with that growth mindset. We talk a lot about problems in the context of this class. Within our groups, we're about to be given a very complex problem that's really relevant to some of the things that we talked about in relation to one world. So look at the team around you. They're your competition. You've got to come up with something better than them. Specifically, we're all going to each other. But it's kind of cool too. So our solution for a global challenge. We talked a lot this semester about the different facets of the global challenges, whether it's energy, agriculture, environment, everything. So I think there's 5 major categories. I should know those, but anyway, we're getting there. You know what they are. We talked about them in the book 10 Billion. We talked about them in this class. Basically, we're developing a solution for those problems. We want to go in with the mindset that, well, we might not have everything, but we're going to get there. And as we go through with our groups, there's 2 critical steps that we're going to go through. The planning phase and the development phase. And when we go through each of these phases, we're going to be asking ourselves one of 2 questions. Yes and, or yes but. Again, yes and, or yes but. We'll be given some resources. Our TAs will distribute those momentarily. There'll be some extra resources laying up here in the front. We are welcome to use these as we need. However, once the time begins, if you have a question, I will, and the TAs, will only respond with yes and. That's all we're going to say. Give me a question.
How can I solve this problem?
Yes and.
Great. Will this duct tape help me?
Yes and. See where we're going with that? Okay. So, let me make sure I covered everything. We'll be given some supplies, addressing a global challenge. Within our team, again, trying to come up with the best solution that we can, using any of the resources in our bag up front, what we need. Yes? Specifically, just try to focus on one, but yes and whatever you want. Cool. So, our 15 minutes is going to start. We're going to take like 11 minutes. We'll take that back. 11 minutes starts now. Go.
Good catches.
I mean, you're the common factor, son. You might have been.
That sounds crazy.
Banana.
Otto, get your wallet. How does he go that long without his wallet? Otto?
Hey, what was the thing you said? Growth. What? Growth. 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 Yes.